Thanks for joining us for this edition of Stay at Home Connect. I'm Phyllis Jackson.
The Food and Drug Administration grants full approval to the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccination for those aged 16 and up. Officials believe it will kick off a number of vaccine requirements from many businesses and organizations. The Reverend Jesse Jackson and his wife Jacqueline are hospitalized after contracting COVID-19. They are now both being treated at Northwestern Memorial Hospital in Chicago and are said to be resting comfortably. Jackson received the Pfizer vaccine back in January. COVID cases continue to rise in the state of Georgia. Georgia's Department of Public Health is showing that there are over 2,700 ICU beds in use. That represents 90.1% of Georgia's capacity. Governor Brian Kemp signs an executive order granting businesses the authority not to comply with local mask or vaccine mandates. This week, the state of Georgia reported more than 7,000 COVID cases and 46 deaths. In a recent statement citing a dramatic increase in hospitalizations, Cobb County declares a state of emergency. The declaration allows resources to be distributed to area hospitals, state agencies, or those with a need for supplies or equipment, and it will be in effect for 30 days. Cobb County has reinstated its mask requirement for entry to all of its county government facilities, but Cobb's school district plans to keep masks optional. If you're planning on attending DragonCon, there are updated guidelines. Attendees will need to provide proof of vaccination or proof of a negative COVID-19 test. Additionally, masks will be required.
We're out here for our first official kickoff with our partners HelloFresh, Second Helpings Atlanta, and Pratt Industries as we kick off their Meals with Meaning program. Their HelloFresh nationally is going to give away over 60,000 meals a month. Here in Atlanta, we're going to be doing 800 meal kits a week. Now that ends up being about 8,000 meals because there are 2 meals for a family of 4 in each kit. So every Wednesday for the next calendar year, we're going to be distributing food to folks who need it. So folks who are in a food desert, if you've been adversely affected by COVID-19, if you're struggling to feed your family, or if you just need some additional help this week, come by. We'll make sure that you get a meal and make sure that we help ameliorate some of those problems in your home.
What we have going on is the District 4 Music Festival. So, we were trying to get something in before we think things are going to get shut down, even more because of the pandemic. So it was my thought just to give the people in the district a thank you and an outing outside here at the Wren's Nest. We have some great talent, as always. Grits and Jelly Butter, who's a favorite here in the Atlanta area. Myrna Clayton, who is America's Songbird. She does some wonderful jazz. And then, of course, we have somebody who I have not personally heard, but who I understand is very good, Gary Harris and Friends. And then closing out the show this evening will be our very own Kebby Williams, who lives in West End and is a Grammy Award-winning artist. The Wren's Nest has been here for many, many years, really since the turn of the century. And Joel Chandler Harris learned some African folklore stories from African slaves when he lived on the Eatonton plantation in Eatonton, Georgia with his mother. When he became a writer and came to Atlanta, he decided to write about the stories that he had heard from the African slaves that had been on the plantation. And of course, he bought this house here, which is at 1050 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard. And it was a big farm at one time. The significance of West End is that it was its own city. So it had its own mayor, had its own city council. So it was not part of Atlanta at the time when Joe Chandler Harris moved here. It didn't become part of Atlanta until 1894.
We are here at Greenbrier Mall for our Community Wellness and Empower Day. And what that means is we're giving out vaccine shots. Walgreens is here. Wellness is everything. We know that right now everyone needs to be vaccinated. The COVID vaccination is here. When we're talking about Empower, we have resources here for not just children, but for the adults. We have fresh produce because the Fulton County, partnered up with Chairman Pitts. And so the Fulton County is here with their fresh produce truck. The library is here, Fulton County Library. Those resources are here. Children are loving that I am giving out book bags. Our city solicitor donated book bags. We have another restaurant around here, Area 4, they've donated book bags, and my office has donated hundreds of book bags. And these book bags are full. We have a lot going on because District 11 is really getting ready to be empowered and well, and that's what today is about.
It's always been a great community. It's still a great community because it's populated by great people in the community who love Atlanta. This is National Night Out, and we're pleased to be here in the Collier Heights, historic Collier Heights community. So we've got representatives from all of our public safety agencies here, APD, AFRD, the court system are here at this time, and we're having a cookout. But it's bigger than that. We are reclaiming the streets for the community from the criminals. You know, you can't terrorize us anymore. You can't victimize us anymore.
We have to be intentional about rebuilding relationship between community and our police. And I think it's not just about building the relationship, but reinstilling trust back in our communities. And especially at a time where crime is at its highest we've seen in this nation, I think it's even more important that we're working collaboratively with our local police officers and our community members to help mitigate the continued rise in crime.
Anytime that a community comes together, it builds a stronger city. When neighbors talk to each other, when they talk to their elected officials, when they talk to their firefighters and police officers, it makes for a really strong community, and that's what we want to see across the city. So tonight is proof of that all of our neighborhoods are strong and vibrant, and together we can make our city safe.
It's an opportunity for them to get close up to the residents and just really show that they're human beings. Police officers are human beings just like anybody else. They've got feelings, and so the police love doing this. This is their time where they get an opportunity to really come together and don't have to write reports and can really talk on the same level as the citizens.
Thank you all so much.
At the heart of National Night Out, safer and stronger communities happen when we're connected. And for 17 years, Midtown Neighborhood Association has been hosting this event. Even the rain didn't keep people away. I think it speaks to the sense of community here that exists. The city's going through a challenging time right now, and connectedness and community is even more important than it has been over the last several years.
We are here because we are very encouraged, and we want our neighbors to do Citizens on Patrol, look out for one another during this crime wave here in Northwest Atlanta.
And when we talk about crime, it's more than just our police officers who, of course, put their lives on the line every day and night for us, but we have to have strong communities and strong community policing where the people know the officers and the officers know the people in the communities, and we can work together to drive out crime from our neighborhoods.
I just got through with a conversation with the Atlanta Police Department and the community, asking questions about crime and how we can make a difference. And I'm very excited about the enthusiasm from the neighborhood folks.
You see something, you what? Say something. We need to fight this crime. That's why I'm glad to see these officers out here.
This is the neighborhood that I live in, and these beautiful homes have beautiful neighbors, and they're all here to talk about public safety and to see each other. Always remember to be safe and to look out for your fellow man and take care of your police officers as they take care of us.
Historic Collier Heights neighborhood happens to be my neighborhood, and so this is always my last best stop. The rain didn't stop them. They're out here to fellowship, to meet their neighbors, to have fun with their neighbors, but also to keep cognizant and remember about public safety, our fire department, and so the community can say thank you to them for all